I finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. The joy you give me every day makes me forget that I was troubled before. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never, never, never know felt like this before. I never, never, never know felt the love like this. I never, never, never know felt like this before. I never, never, never know felt the love like this. I know I can be safe with you. You want me now, I know you do. I know you're being patient and I love you for that. You show me how to dare to love. So tell me what you're thinking of. Cause I won't be afraid, not holding anything back. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never, never, never know felt like this before. I never, never, never know felt the love like this. I never, never, never know felt like this before. I never, never, never felt the love like this. I never felt like this before. Like this before. Felt the love like this. Never, never this before. Like this before. Never know like this. Yeah. What you hiding from me? What you holding back? I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her, be around her. Now I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no that I got outplayed, cause I'ma need an upgrade. Thought you would see me crying, would you? No, don't have to clarify my worth. I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her, be around her. Now I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't Finally stop running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. That joy you give me every day makes me forget that I was troubled before. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I know I can be safe with you. You want me now, I know you do. I know you're being patient and I love you for that. You show me how to dare to love. So tell me what you're thinking of. Cause I won't be afraid, not holding anything back. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never felt the love like this. I never felt like this before. Like this before. Felt the love like this. I never this before. Like this before. Keep it up one more minute. Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking, you got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, also that you can get to be the big spoon. Cuddle me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Cuddle me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Cuddle me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. What you hiding from me? What you holding back? I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her, be around her now. Turns over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. Thought you would see me crying, would you? No, don't have to clarify my worth. I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her, be around her. Now I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
If only I had a weapon, I would take over the punching kick.
That's nothing. I clearly took down the enemy. If we were to keep the score, we'd definitely be higher than this.
If I hadn't thrown the wrong grenade, I'd be eating chicken dinner for sure. What's wrong, guys? Arguments don't matter. Ultimate Arena decides the victor. Stalemate? No problem. Ultimate Arena decides the victor. Stalemate? No problem. Ultimate Arena decides the victor.
Ready up your gear and we'll dive right into action. Welcome everyone to the Asia Creator Games PUBG Mobile Day 2 featuring the country of Vietnam. I am Mochi together with Sis Jenny and we'll be giving you a insight of what Asia Creator Games is all about. Asia Creator Games Battle for Glory features 250 Facebook gaming creators from 10 nations across Asia. Your favorite gaming creators will battle it out in PUBG Mobile over the course of 2 exciting weeks for the Grand Champion of Asia Creator Games 2022, starting from September 5 to 18 of September 2022. Join us to watch the battle through over 800 live streams from top Facebook gaming creators across the region.
Yep, and of course, not to forget the prize pool that you are fighting for. So it's actually 100,000 plus USD. Okay, so if you are not ready in the level up, go to FBGG/level up, and then maybe you can go for the partner program. But here we go. This is the tournament format. So currently they are playing in the national round, which has 10 maps in total. We have already begun with 3 maps yesterday, Mochi. So right now we are going for another 3 more maps with a different country this time, which is Vietnam.
Yeah, actually, and the winning names from each nation will parachute into the battleground to take on the top teams from Myanmar, Cambodia, Philippines, Pakistan, and Australia. And just like what you said, this is going to be the map pool that it will be existing, and of course, a summary of what the point system will be, and of course, the equivalent of each one.
Almost the same point system we are using for no official tournaments, and we are using the same one in Facebook Gaming. Just the difference is that we are using Vikendi, so it's something that I definitely want to look for. But here we go. This is the prize pool that is already been set earlier. So a total of 100,000 plus. Why am I saying plus? Because there is that ranking positions in the national round, and then a regional championship, and plus the MVP or the most kills. And then there's a special prize, 6.4 K for chicken dinner, $400 match times 16. So basically they have bonuses to look for all of the streamers that is currently playing. And you know what, I think yesterday when we watched the Indonesian battle, there was a few pro player, but today Mochi, is not just a pro player. We have a Southeast Asia champion in the lobby with us later.
Which team is that? Oh my.
It is actually going to go for Team Boss VN. So there is this player called the X
Ooh.
Rebis. He that team won for Dingo Savior PMPL, and there you go. Do I see him? Yep, there you go. It's Team Boss VN. We can see Rebis. Yep, that's the guy. He won the Southeast Asia champion for Sea Games and also PMPL. So it's a double champion we're looking at.
Very, very interesting. And
Yeah.
I guess we're looking forward that these teams would be able to establish their prowess and dominance against the other teams. But looking at our screen here, we have
Mm-hmm.
Team 102, ABC, Ace, and Team Boss VN, which Sis Jenny is stressing all about earlier on. And we also have these teams from Team Dragon, HVNB, INS, or I'm Not Scared, which is such an interesting name, and also
Yeah.
Team Lot Dong. I'm sorry if I am butchering your name.
But yeah, these are the popular streamers that is representing Vietnam again with Team Superb, Team SAS, Team Tiger, and Team ZZ501. So if you guys want to see their point of view on if they are live or not, they are live right now. You guys can watch and jump in into this stream and also look into how they are playing individually, because it is something that definitely we want to see on how they're going to put together, because it doesn't really mean that if you have a pro player in the lineup, you might just be the champion. Because yesterday, after what we saw in Indonesian grounds, the current leading team wasn't a pro player. So yeah, it's a lot to see. But this is already they have played yesterday over on Vietnam. So this is the current standings.
And it seems like this is going to be HVNB and ABC. Actually, these are really close scores, right? And
Yeah,
unlike from the country that we have casted yesterday, it
yeah.
is such of a close game here, especially at top five. Actually, even until top seven, it is quite close, or even eight. And I guess that just means that it will be quite flexible, and there can be some overpowering that may happen here, especially that you said that there is strong existence of the pro players as well,
Uh-huh.
and we're looking forward for that.
Yep, definitely looking forward. But I'm seeing that Team Boss is actually at number 8. So again, we cannot disregard the fact that these streamers, most of the time, they will be gaming most of the time, and knowing that they are in for PUBG Mobile, so probably they are known because they have been streaming PUBG Mobile. So maybe that's the reason why they are doing very well, because streamers, especially Facebook partners, they will stream like more than 7 hours a day. So can you imagine
Yeah.
Mochi playing PUBG Mobile 7 hours a day? I think I'll be God.
Yeah, like
No.
every single day, 7 hours is just
Mhm.
too much for you to earn all the time and
Yeah.
necessary what do you call it, resources in order to build up on your skill.
Hmm.
And of course, other than your skill, you're building up your community. So thank you so much, Facebook Gaming, for having Asia Creator Days for us, because that just means that it would be an avenue for our partners right now to connect with one another, which is such a wonderful thing to have.
Yep, definitely. And it's nice to see that there is, a lot of streamers coming from all these different countries. As Facebook grows bigger and bigger, there's a lot of streamers along these platforms, and we learn a thing or two from them. There's what was I was saying that earlier yesterday. So it's actually a good platform for all of us to learn a thing or two, and at the same time we adapt to new games. And that's probably the reason why Facebook Gaming decided to do a creator games, because all of the streamers became good at each game.
Yes, and also we are about to see if that will be the same. I mean, yesterday we have like three pros out of the rest of the
Uh-huh.
players that we have right now. There is a lot more pro players, so maybe there's like more than 15 of them, or 10 of them, more than 10 of them. So that would be nice. And the thing that it's really interesting here is, from what we have seen from the leaderboards from
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, is that they actually have some regular players here on the mix, and despite of that they're regular players, they've been able to bag a lot of points. So we'll see if there will be some changes here for our pro players.
Yep, definitely. And of course, not to disregard emulators are welcome for PUBG Mobile. I know a lot of you will probably say that, hey, it's not fair or whatsoever. Yes, official tournaments, we don't allow emulators. But this is also a professional and an official tournament. But the difference
Mm-hmm.
is that Facebook gamers is not just mobile. You see, there's a mix to it.
Yeah.
It's PC and all that. So emulators is allowed. But you know what? Let's fly into the cold country of Vikendi emoji.
Oh my, it's pretty new to me to see Vikendi in the mix or the map rules that we have here in a PUBG tournament. But of course, other than that, it is going to be quite interesting because other than the fact that Vietnam players play different, it would also influence a lot according to the terrain that they are playing on.
Yep, depending on the terrain. But honestly, Vikendi is relatively similar to Sandhog. The circumference, the square feet are the same. It's just that the terrains is different than Sandhog because Sandhog, it's not much of a vantage point or high areas, we would say. Vikendi, there is more to that. So at the same time, there is more places to loot. So I don't think there's going to be an issue for the looting, but again, Vietnam play. I mean, after the years, a few years that they have been playing PUBG Mobile, Vietnam play is pretty much tactical. They, like yesterday, Indonesia was more aggressive, but Vietnam, I think they would think out of the box. Probably that's the reason why they are able to get that double champion representing their country themselves.
Yeah, and also we are at least during those two maps. I mean, it's quite easy to familiarize it. Other than that, in the land of Miramar, everything started to shift, right? There is some
Yeah.
changes that is highly visible for us, and there are some other teams who actually stood up
Mm-hmm.
and made themselves known in a different way. But other than that, it seems like we're seeing someone already being put down this early in the match. It's just about to be 2 minutes. Someone's already been eliminated.
Oh my god, that's early. Maybe because it was a crash over in Villa, and this place is a hotspot over in Vikendi. So this team decided to meet. We're looking into Team Ace here. Not sure exactly which team that is on the opposite, but it seems like they are playing it super professionally. Look at the tacticality. Oh my
Ooh.
god, I just mentioned about that. And he covered angles from the front to the back, and the timing was all on point. But you know what? Team Ace has been eliminated, and Villa is all theirs.
It seems like
Oh, two teams.
our members here from ABC and then are in a really good feat right now. I mean, they've been able to open up with more than one frag each, with just approaching the 3 minute mark, which
Mhm.
is really impressive to say the least. We decided to go and face them head on, and they won the recent ones that we have, and we're already down to 10 more teams this early.
My God. But probably they were like, trying to snatch each other's hot spots, hot drops, because that's you find it here and in Livik, but we're not playing Livik, which is called the G6. I call it the G6 gun, but there is actually a proper term for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the gun that is currently being held by Ho Long. Because probably Vikendi is a cold area, and then they are like trying to be realistic with the wind speed
Yeah.
and all that. So yeah, I'm looking forward for that gun. And also there is another gun, MP5, which is what Lin Hao is having on his back.
Oh, what do you think are the guns bullet
Uh-huh.
count whenever it fires? It just means that it will have greater damage. Is that it?
Yeah, somewhat, and it's faster. So it's like an
Oh,
Uzi, but it's
yeah.
just that, yeah, it's similar to Uzi, but it depends on the damage being given to the opponents. Yeah.
And the fact that it is It's not quite of a big line. Maybe it's pretty close to Erangel, maybe a bit more smaller in terms of square diameter, but you get the point. So it means that it can encourage close quarters, and other than that, there is a lot of areas here that they can actually hide on if
Mm-hmm.
they'll be needing cover. That's where all of the adrenaline's been kicking, right?
Yep, totally agree with that. And really depends on the areas that they got in, because you know what, the steep mountains and the slopes here are much more trickier than Miramar and Sandhawk, because some of the snows are actually pretty much you can in the terrains itself. But I managed to get the name of the gun, so it's actually G36C and an MP5. So MP5 is actually a mini version of UMP apparently.
Hmm. Well, there is a lot of stuff that we have to look out here for. Right? Other two is this
Mm-hmm.
is going to be our time to recognize some players here from Vietnam and how their playstyle differs from other countries. And number three is that there's a different meta in the candy, to say the least. So depending on how they will be able to cater players in the
Mm-hmm.
mix, it would be a great fight. We're looking forward for a great fight, knowing that we have already a couple of teams eliminated right off the bat.
Yeah, man, two teams already, and that's super early, like what you were saying earlier, Mochi. But let's look into you only see this particular car in Vikendi, though the threshold damage. Yeah, this is the car I'm talking about. So, what is the difference with this car? Is just that it slides, and pretty much if you want to drift you have to be careful because it's like anti, it's supposed to be anti slip, but it's more slippery in normal grounds, but it's better to be you can drive it in the areas where there is snow. So your magazine for it to explode, so you got to be careful with that particular vehicle.
Huh. But I mean, so far you're
Uh-huh.
having good securing of resources here from all of the teams. I mean, unlike yesterday, we're seeing some of them who are traveling by foot, but this time we're seeing already a lot of teams have been able to secure their mode of transport,
Mm-hmm.
which is definitely nice because that would mean that they already have a good plan of where they should of information, and they might
There.
actually visit this compound we're in where it's
Wow, look at that. This is exactly the contention I'm talking about. And Ferrari is someone that is not alien to Vietnam. He is a pro player. He represented Vietnam also. And just like that, they have already eliminated another team that went down. So it's that easy when they decide to look for and crash into people's compounds, because they don't have to worry anymore. And they can just wait, leaving only with Ho Long Legend. He's the only person surviving for his team over in Podosto. Yeah, and I don't know, he's probably trying to
Pavosto.
go. Yeah, and probably going. Mhm.
It's going to be pretty difficult here for him, to say the least, knowing that he's only the sole survivor for the side of ZZ501. But hopefully, he'll be able to get some placement points if he wanted to, or if he wanted his team to still reign somehow. I mean, if he is courageous enough and
Mhm.
has the guts, to say the least, it will be better types of situations. I doubt that someone would be reaching out for that, considering they always prioritize the safer play and definitely going for the placement points, considering that they want that higher points in the bag.
Yeah, just try to go for survival, get into the circle, and like what happened in the last map in Indonesia yesterday. But probably I understand why certain teams or one of the teams said I not scared. That's the name of the team. Maybe because he realizes the fact that, oh, there's pro players in the lineup, and it's like I said, it's not just normal pro players. They are champions of Southeast Asia, so it's definitely, if I were to be or you were to be in the lobby, Mochi, I think you would feel intimidated by the fact that
Yes. Oh
that's not
my.
Ferrari is one of them, and then Rabbies is also another one. They represented the same clan or the same team, and won that champion.
uh, I'm not just gonna be intimidated. Like,
I
I'll
don't want to
run
play.
away with my tail in between my legs.
Yeah, I
I
know,
won't
right?
play. Like, I won't be
Yeah.
present in that lobby in the first place. Like, dude, I'll be facing up against these pros, and there's some emulator players as well. No, get me out
Mm-hmm.
of here. I'll
Mm-hmm.
pass.
I know, right? So, well, it's nice to know that they are not in the same team, but you know what? A contention is about to happen. You're crashing into the compound, and yes, this is team boss. Is Rabbi's playing? I don't see his name, so probably he's probably leading the team, but trying to do a TPP here, going up and doing the FPP mode. Wow, confidence! We're seeing that.
Ooh, where for the confidence here? Definitely shutting him down here. In return, D2P leader will be seeing another light of day. Dragon is just being dominated here by this team, but let's see if he will be able to go for the retaliation here because Boss VN is definitely on them. Seems like they'll be the ones who will be able to slay Dragon.
Oh my god, and there you go. Team Boss is coming in and trying to ambush and doing the spray fire, hit fire, and there you go. Will get down and bow down to Team Boss, trying to get themselves 4 elimination points, but that's not the end because Ferrari's team, hello, already have seen somebody else, and Dragon has been eliminated. So I think Ferrari will just look for more elimination points when they can. If you realize, a few of these teams are crashing compounds because probably yesterday's game, when they get to know one another, the ice breaking, they realize that okay, a lot of the teams are gonna be in the compound. So rather than let them sit happily inside, I'm gonna knock their doors and see if anybody's home. If anybody is home, I'm gonna crash it and bring them down.
Yes. Oh my. Everything's being heated here, and all of our players here from
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam. And actually, this team, HVNB,
Uh-huh.
they're quite low key as well as Lo Tuang. The rest of the teams are just collecting all kill points as
Yeah,
much as they can, right?
I know,
Like,
right?
whoever comes down their path, they're gonna rummage through, and they've got no problem with that. They're not
Mm-hmm.
saying low key, whatever happens happens, and they are well aware of what they should do if ever that the matter arises. But now it seems like we're seeing some people here from Superb and as well as ZZ501, which has their lone survivor here, which is Huang Long,
Mm-hmm.
and they're about to go into our inner circle just in a bit in order to secure a good share of it. But other than that, it seems like our teams here has been able to establish a lot of prowess earlier on would be able to meet each other now.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at that jiggle, man. Wow, that's fast. That is something not easy to be replicated. You need to actually have training time in order for you to control the gyro and the ADS itself. So it says a lot about the streamers, not just pro players. They take time and they take their classic game seriously. But sadly for Ham Nang, he's going to wait and wait and wait. So that's probably something that they have discovered after playing with together yesterday, each of these teams. But ABC, on the other hand, is going from compound to compound looking for casualties to bring down. Nothing else is happening. A development, I can hear DBS is being utilized here. They're probably testing their weapons out. I don't know for what. But okay, I'm seeing nice outfits again. Man.
All the skins.
Yeah, I know, right? This was like the Christmas skin, and it
Yeah.
was
It looks
also
like a
hard to get.
sleigh, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was also expensive, but yeah, it's over. I don't know whether they're gonna, come out again because usually it will wait for that season, which is coming. Winter is coming, and hopefully we get to see it again.
Yeah, and also that's a common like joke here in PH as well. Like, you know what? It's already Burma, so that means that Christmas is right around the corner. Even if there's still a lot
Ah,
of months in between
oh
it.
my
So
god.
I guess it's quite common with Vietnam if that's the case, which is
Yeah.
awesome because we'll be able to relate to them somehow.
Yeah, right.
Oh my, these cultures.
I know, and look at how Ferrari is flexing with his like with his display picture. He's
Yeah.
looking good and like, okay, I'm gonna send this to production. I wanna stand out from the rest. Bro, you definitely stand out, and he knows exactly that it's a team rotating. And there you go, already putting a shred here with that four times, aiming into that car. I don't know if he survived, but definitely that car had to deal with a lot of damage and cooking a grenade. He was trying to click it upon and managed to get that. Look at
Ooh.
this pro player. What the?
Ferrari against all of the members here for the side of INS. They've been able to get someone here in the ABC against them. They've been able to secure a lot of shots and even utilizing the shotgun, but they've been going for the side steps and as well
Oh
as the
my.
fact that they've been able to eliminate all of the members here for the side of INS, which is definitely
I,
astounding.
I think they should change their name. I'm scared.
Yeah, it should be the opposite.
Yeah, because look at how they actually approached. It was just like within 10 seconds and the entire team went back into the lobby. ABC. Wow, it's something to brag about. Did they have the bragging rights? Because they've got already 10 elimination within 16 minutes in the game. What the That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely crazy. It seems like they're treating this map as if it is Sanhok.
Yeah,
The
I
way
know.
they play, all of the aggression. If we said that yesterday they are
Mm-hmm.
aggressive, this is much more aggressive. And I am wondering what would happen more if they'll be heading towards our regional.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's probably why they are like putting and showing off that they can play because they want to get that 100,000. I mean, who doesn't want that? It's free money. All you gotta do is do your best in Facebook
Mm-hmm.
gaming. And the best part is for all the pro and the emulator players, they are not, having to versus with national champions. It's just like amateur gameplay. So they're gonna have the bragging rights. They're gonna flex it out and try to win that grand prize pool.
For the prize pool too, yeah. I mean, after all of the years that you've been able to spend, all of the hours, blood, sweat, and tears into streaming, I mean, this is something new, right? You've been able to get the chance to participate here in the Asian Creator Games, and that would just mean that you guys should really have the chance to win the lion's share, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that would mean that they should really give it their all if that would be the case. And it seems like ABC has been able to do that so far. ABC just really crazy in terms of doing that. I mean, there's a couple of them who are pro players after all, which is Kai Dao Lang and as well as Ferrari. These two players have been able to establish prowess while ABCT 36 and Fly is able to support these two guys. So that's just pretty awesome. We see the
Mm-hmm.
synergy, and I wonder if there is like a specific team that would be able to shut them down.
Probably Rabies if he's playing. If he's
Oh.
playing, yeah. But looking at Team Boss earlier of Boss Vietnam, we didn't see him. And Legend here, he will try to play by the perimeters. He won't be able to come in as quickly as other teams. But Tiger looking into a lady. I don't know if this is an all ladies lineup, but that's really a cute outfit. Very pinky. And she's just going to scout a little bit. Again, looking at the way they are playing, they know they are not new to PUBG Mobile. Definitely, they are really doing it very carefully, scoping in and scoping out to see whether anybody that is right in front. But yeah, this is another lady streamer. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what I love with the player mix of Vietnam right now is that
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of ladies here in this lobby,
Yep.
and I find it really good because that just means it's really inclusive, and little by little they've been able to set their foot on the lobby with such of a big tournament like this one. So win for us, ladies.
Yeah. One for us ladies, including us the casters, right, Mochi?
Yep.
We are gamers too, and that's the reason why we decide to cast because we know the game too well. Che, wow.
Yeah, there's a
That's
chance. Yeah, but there might also be a percentage that, well, we don't play so well, so we go and cast.
yeah, true. We just self-claim that to ourselves, but it's okay. No one is gonna claim it for us. We're just gonna say it ourselves. But
Yeah.
anyways, such thick skin. But ABC again looking for more. They just want more. They won't stop, because they have enough loops already by now. They don't even bother to get the ghillie suit or going into the airdrops. It doesn't matter for them. They just want to go for more eliminations.
Hmm. But also, though, after all of the action that we have seen from earlier, I think like now they lay low. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, never mind. Just the moment that I've been able to say it, seems like we're seeing close encounters here with Timax, which is or rather who occupy this compound, three
Uh-huh.
of them, and someone here for the side of ABC as well. Hmm.
Team boss probably is going to get more information. They are very, very close to Team ABC. Although they already have one person in the lobby, definitely manpower is an advantage for boss and not boss. Sorry, for ABC because boss already have lost one person. But yep, they're just going to doing the jiggle a little bit, buying time, waiting for everybody to come into the center. And the circle, it's showing into the northern part of Vikendi. It's still a lot of place to cover before they meet with one another. So we're gonna wait for that.
Definitely gonna wait for that, but we're already seeing or hearing some shots here that might potentially come from the side of HVNV. HVNB are one of the teams here who are playing it pretty low key, but it seems like they're giving up a lot of information here from the other side. So that is from Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're well aware of their existence as well.
Yeah, I think they already have. Yep, already got. They have deployed smoke, so it's kind of giving them the hint away there is people in the compound, and knowing that Vietnam, I think they will push. Looking at this, they are preparing to do the push, to do a little bit of the reset, throwing whatever troubles that can be done with, but it's going to do a trade here because a trouble is coming into the direction of HBNB, while the other teams getting two knocks. Wow, that's a Kobe. Now with a push, they know that they have already winning the manpower advantage when to see who is down and who is not, but trying to get up and getting one down. Wow, lady player eliminates straight away, and now she is going to go for another one, doing the reload. But that slice with the magazine already being sprayed, she did not survive.
Yep, there is a couple up on her, so that would definitely be an issue. But I admire the fact that she's been able to hide and just go for a surprise attack here for one of their members, which is really awesome. But Sally hasn't been able to finish him up. But yeah, Tiger though seems like this is going to be their last man standing. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman, but I guess all they have to do here is to run away. But ABC and as well as this other side, which is from the pig side, I wonder if they'll be able to see one another because they're really, really close.
But I'm very sure that they can hear the steps. They can't see. They have probably seen another team that would have rotated, and they've seen like vehicles moving. But looking into ABC, they already have collected the fact that there is a team that has approached their compound, and they're getting ready for that. Because you can look into the mini map, some arrows are directed to team 102 in that direction. At the same time, they are also having their eyes over onto the opposite side, which is the same team that ABC is targeting on. So we're just gonna wait for them to do the push because right now all of them are in the circle. I don't think they have to go anywhere else.
And yeah, all they have to do is to wait it all out as long as they've been able to establish a territory for themselves and they feel quite safe in there, then I think there is no other stuff that they can do except for the fact that if they want to go for the aggression, then they can secure, but that would be very, very risky considering that they're just they're literally neighbors and it's all up to them if they'll be able to fight one another Well, right now it's just gossips that's going on. I mean, they may be talking about where they are, they're pinpointing their locations, collecting
Mm-hmm.
all necessary information as much as possible. But so far, no cat fights, no problems, but it seems like someone's already wailing out their guns.
Yeah, can hear the tappings being done here, and it's coming with the teams that is currently very very close to the circle, because you can see the blue is eating them up a little bit by bit, especially teams that is on the perimeters. Now we can see the gun have been shot here towards team ABC and 102. So one of them already got a trade from the distance. And we're just gonna wait for all of them to get into the compound, because you can see that it's heavily being held by these two teams and they're not gonna share at all. But the terrain is gonna be a little bit difficult. This is the difference between Vikendi, but shots are being fired over on towards the team that is in orange. And I1 or 102 will reset, but at the same time, ABC is getting ready to push.
Definitely. And also, it seems like 102 1900 is already has already got some information that they might actually push, going for the grenades here, throwing it all up, not connecting to anyone. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, the moment that the blue zone will close out, it is going to be a party that's about to start, considering that they have no choice but to go in. But we're seeing some efforts here from one end, which is from the side of HVMB, which got someone from their team down. They're going for some rotations, but Mafia seems like he's going through to his name because he wanted to engage with the other team.
Yeah, she chose a very smart position to be in the middle of two rocks. Ferrari is getting ready. He definitely see that car and he's gonna take the fight by himself. Look at the bravery of Ferrari himself, and he will cook a grenade. It might just click because it's very very close. He can see the player already, but he shifted, so he's going to still cook another grenade. I don't think it will click. It's too far in front, but yup, tanking a bit of that damage. It's not a bit, it's actually a lot. Entire 80% went down. Molly is being caught in. I don't think there's a possible way for him to do a survival, but no more of that vehicle, and it's going to look bad for that particular player because Ferrari won't let him in easily.
Timax is so lucky that he has been able to pop out that med in such of a fast time. But other than that, Tiger by the sidelines after we're too invested with Timax's journey, it seems like they've been fully eradicated. Now we're down to 6 more teams here, which is also within this village, and it seems like it is going to be such a difficult thing. Other than that, Kai Daolang is just keeping an eye out onto his fellow opponent, but this is going to be a problem for them too. Like the moment that they go and push into the circle, there might be a chance that Timax would be able to catch up onto them. So they can be caught off guard. But let's see if Timax can still do something despite of the odds.
Oh my god. The way I'm seeing how they are rotating, it's worse than classic. This is too easy for some of these teams. They are running in the open like as though there's no more teams. I mean, keep in mind, there is still 16 players inside, and it's such a small area to be in, but they are running in the open without a care. Just trying to remove Max away from the equation. He's still at the back here. So that's the reason why, but shots are being fired. Already have gone it, get the target area correctly, but D will have to do a different position probably because already know exactly where the shots are coming from. But currently we can see where the 16 players are situated in, and the team that kind of already opened up very well is ABC. They have a few areas being targeted, and now pushing in is HDNB.
HDNB being able to go for the shots here, connecting it onto the counterpart. Timax will now be eradicated. Boss VN will be back into the lobby, but also it seems like it's not stopping. A lot of shots being committed here, and they've been able to give themselves a quarter, but there's still a lot of shots connecting onto them. They're unaware of where it's coming from, but they come past one another. 1900 already being put down. Oh no, how unfortunate for the side of 102, but there's still a couple of them still living, so let's see if there's still a chance for them to offer a comeback.
Wow, what a way to flex. Look at BX Min. She already have 5 elimination points. So that's something to brag about, a lady player. And she's doing the revival because you all know survival is also very important. But May Baby has already gunned somebody down over on the other side. Again, one of these teams is actually caught in between a crossfire, and we're looking into the team which is HBNB. They are in the middle of two different teams. In fact, one of them is actually in level 2, so they have to really be careful because you're pretty much stuck and being spotted
Ooh.
here. Min goes down from the side, getting engaged by that crossfire.
Last four teams still standing strong, but the question is who will last? Because you're seeing some players being sandwiched here. I mean, they're at the first floor, but there's still a lot of stuff going on. And I wonder how they will be able to comprehend or try to work their way out of here because HBND has been able to encounter a lot while all the gunfires are happening. It seems like other teams are still being able to face each other off. Superb, we have still complete team on their end, but they're not engaging quite that much, except for ABC, who is very certain that they'll be able to counter and go for the wipeout here, for regardless of how many teams there are.
Oh my god, yep, that is regardless of many teams, but HBNB is still standing strong even though being caught in the crossfire. ABC trying to squeeze in into the circle. They managed to get a portion of it from the south, and May Baby will try to do a revival here, knowing that survival is also quite important. But this is quite a lot of players in a very, very small circle. This is circle number 8, and usually we will see less than 10 that is still surviving. We've got 13 players still in, so we can see the profile of the players right now. They are very aggressive when it comes to pushing. They know how to play the combat very well. It's all about CQCs now, hearing the steps, and we are still seeing a few teams with 4 men involved.
4 men involved. They're still living. APC is just being able to deliver a lot of blows here onto their counter. But now it seems like our members here from the side of Superb still standing strong. It seems like they're prioritizing their placements here. Nonetheless, it seems like they'll be able to face with one another. ABC trying to reach the bounce here onto the other side. And then it's on the side of 102, wherein there's already 3 more people remaining, now down to 1. Max is the lone survivor here with the side of 102. Can't do anything other than that. Superb is trying to pry into things, but not necessarily committing onto this fight. But it seems like they've been able to be found out here by the side of ABC, and it's already their time to face their doom.
Wow. Oh my god, look at that. I mean, he had the entire compound, and all he had to do was peek into the window and he managed to get somebody down. That's crazy. Crazy accuracy on point. And it's really showing a lot about the team. And May Baby, the only lady alive. Ay, 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 but she gone down.
ABC 1v2. Let's see if Mafia will be able to clutch this out, because he's been able to connect some shots onto Ferrari. If he'll be able to segregate these players from the side of ABC, there is still the certainty that he can still do it, but I guess he'll be rushed onto by the side of ABC, and now it is going to be a chicken dinner for themselves.
Really awesome work coming from ABC, controlling the grounds. At the same time, all they had to do was wait, and their target was to get elimination points. That really is really working out very well. It's not just by that one pro player. I can definitely see the skills from all these other streamers in ABC.
Yeah, ABC is just crazy, man. I mean, how many kill points do they have? I mean, that's like 30 plus if you combine it with their
Yeah.
chicken dinner, right? So,
Yeah.
wow, it seems like TNS has been able to find their counterpart from yesterday. So, we are looking forward if ABC will be able to go for the consistent games here until later on, considering that half of their population comprises of pro players, which is absolutely nice. I wonder if some of our teams here will be able to go for the retaliation and their revenge are for our second match. Or, I mean, there's still a couple more chances for them. So, let's see if that will be the case, or would it be the latter, or ABC would invite a monopoly throughout this whole series.
Yep, and we will definitely find it out a bit later when we fly into all the other maps. For now, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with Vietnam.
vẫn đang rất chậm rãi và thi đấu cho mình vị trí.
Khả năng là đi rồi. Super B họ bắn với 4 người. Khó dành cho bên phía team lót đường rồi. Trốn trong khu vực nhà này không phải là một cái phương án an toàn ở trong tình huống này. Nhưng player này sẽ phải có những tình huống thi đấu khéo hơn. Di chuyển vẫn đang gây lộ tiếng cho các thành viên bên phía team đối phương. Và đó sẽ là một
không được
confirm
rồi.
tốt đến phía Bosnia, là một trận đội tuyển rất mạnh về khả năng combat tầm gần. Hai quả nét trả ra. Lượng đội hình các thành viên bên phía team đối phương tiếp tục đang là sâu xé vị trí các thành viên bên phía lót đường, và chỉ có nhất đó là vị trí Hải Mario thôi, và có lẽ là sẽ là dấu chấm hết. Hơi tốn đạn tình huống vừa rồi, 2 khẩu súng. Vậy là
Vâng.
sút họ cũng đang còn 3. Vừa rồi đến Peta đi CSH bị
Đây
confirm,
rồi.
bây giờ sút đổi mạng thành công. Một quả nét chính xác đến từ vị trí của Chin Gamer, và chủ động bắn tầm trắng đến từ vị trí của Đòe, và đó là cái top 1 thuộc về cho bên phía H. Nhưng với góc này thì Hoàng Long anh ta có thể tạo nên sự bất ngờ trước các thành viên bên phía Học Việt Nam lưu đường. Ôi, và đó là sau khi mất đi 3 player không còn nhiều góc di chuyển nữa. Ở đây thì ABC tiếp tục cày kill và các thành viên bên phía team shoot, và đó có vẻ như là sẽ là
Để nhìn thấy đó ở đây rồi. Sẽ có giao tranh, bắn là tốt hơn vị trí của Kizi.
vậy. Facebook Gaming. Còn ở cánh này, trước mặt đội hình bên phía ABC họ cũng đang cài 2 người ở khu vực vị trí nhà dài này, và đó là
Và in thành viên in đã rồi. Trung Lai vẫn đổi được INS rồi. Trung Lai đang cố gặt giò.
vâng, có lẽ đó sẽ là kill thuộc về cho thành viên bên phía INS.
Khu vực sườn đồi đến từ vị trí của các thành viên 102. Áp sát đến từ Mafia, vâng, rất cục xúc luôn.
Cánh này thì cái đầu lạnh cùng với đó là những thành viên còn lại của
Ôi
ABC
giời.
đã phải
What you hiding from me? What you holding back? I think I saw you with another. I think I saw finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. That joy you give me every day makes me forget that I was troubled before. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I know I can be safe with you. You want me now, I know you do. I know you're being patient and I love you for that. You show me how to dare to love. So tell me what you're thinking of. Cause I won't be afraid, not holding anything back. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never felt the love like this. I never felt like this before. Felt the love like this. Never this before. Like this before. Keep it up one more minute. Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking, you got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, also that you can get to be the big spoon. Cut on me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Call me up.
And now we're back here into the Asia Creator Games Day 2, featuring the country of Vietnam. Earlier, we have witnessed a lot of prowess from a specific team called ABC, who's been able to rack it up 30 plus points. Let's see the scoreboard. Once again, I am Mochin. I'm with Sis Jenny.
Hi.
And yeah, we have seen a full action-packed match for our first round.
Yep, definitely. And it is going to be a hunting game because it seems like ABC wants more. So, current standings, this is the first match of day two, not tabulated with yesterday's scores. So, again, ABC is showing their strats with 16 total points, followed by 102 with 14, Super with 13, Ace is 13, H, V, and B with 12, similarly to SAS, Boss VN with 11, similar to Dragon. Lot Drong is 10 and 10 with I and S. I'm not scared. Tiger with 9, similar to ZZ's 501. So actually, that like what Mochi said earlier, the points are not too far with one another. So it's pretty much a tight battle in the lobby.
Yep, and I guess we're seeing more of that later on. I mean, yep, this is already the overall standings as ABC has been able to rack it up 85 total points, and actually, it's just 16 points, still doable for them if ever they want to catch up with one another here for top two and so on and so forth. So
Oh my
we're looking
God.
forward some more overpowering here from our other teams, and hopefully they will be able to get their drawbacks for our second match and third.
Yep. It is really a chasing game. They're gonna hunt one another, like what we saw earlier when they go and knock into people's compounds and just crash in without a doubt about that. But we can see really talented, skillful players, including the lady players. She know exactly where to pick the area to hide in while waiting for the rotation to happen.
And hopefully, though, for our second map, I wonder, wait, do we have like an idea of what's going to be the second map? Let's check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's
It's
going to
sand.
be in the map of Miramar, right? So
Mm.
it is going to be, or there is a high potential that there will be some ships pretty similar to what we have witnessed from yesterday, depending of
Uh-huh.
how our team changes in terms of their play style, and of course how they'll be able to work with the sandy dunes of Miramar. But yeah, what do you think are your expectations for this match?
I think probably because looking into how the other teams were like, besides some aggressive teams who were looking around, it's not just ABC. 101 was also good with looking into places. HVNB
Mm-hmm.
who came in into the very last few quarters of the circle, and they decided to go. You know what? Okay, enough of passive gameplay. Gonna go aggressive. So
Yeah.
looking at Miramar is huge, and probably they will not go too far, but they would prioritize circle. So I realized that Vietnam gameplay is a little bit different than Indonesia because they go for the circle instead. So
Mm-hmm.
they would probably come into the center of the current circle. So maybe they would see one another rotating, and then they would start to chase one another instead of waiting for the team to come in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the stuff that we have observed here. Like, they don't go for late rotations as much as possible. If they can get a share of the circle as early as possible, they would do so. And other than that, we're seeing some, I don't know, maybe four levels of aggression in this game, because we're seeing someone, or we're seeing like a specific team, which is ABC, and as well as another team, which is, I believe it is HVNB, wherein
Yeah.
whoever that they come pass through, they'll willingly slaughter them. And we also have some teams here who try to set a feel if they can handle a specific scene, and if they don't, they will disengage. And there are also some other people who try to pry into other people's clashes, and there's this specific teams that lay low as much as possible in order to play for the placement points.
Yeah, exactly. They would just go for a little bit of the placements, but right now we can see the flight route is shifted heavily over on towards one side, and it is going to be on towards the western part of Miramar, where not many loots are actually, because a few teams would prefer to go Los Leones and things like that. It's not saying it's not reachable, but there will be a cluster of teams that would probably prefer to go onto the west, which is what we are looking into. La Cobera is being taken by two teams currently, and the rest of them decides to go on towards the east side. So probably these teams will do a late rotation to come in, and at least they get to clear one team. Either one of the teams would survive, and then they will come in into the current circle, which we have no idea exactly where the circle might be for now.
Yeah, but for the area of La Cobreria, yeah, La Cobreria. Oh my, it seems like we're seeing a couple of teams in here, and that is Superb and this is like, is this Ace? I'm not sure, but yeah, from what we're seeing here, there might be some early engagements, and we're seeing some red signals that's coming from them that there might already be some shots being thrown at, while all of the other places, we're seeing some good coverage from the other teams. I mean, they're just chilling, they're just looting, but later on, oh my, that's a weird circle.
I know, right? Oh, okay.
What
So the
heck?
circle decided to be shifting gears on towards the opposite of the current flight route. So these are the two teams that is currently looking into one another. We got Team Dragon and looking straight into another team that is very close to them. And they decided to have this gentleman agreement because one of them has already gone back to the lobby. So you know what? They are not going to take fight, and they will rotate elsewhere. So we will not see a team back in the lobby because there is still a chance for them to rotate.
And hopefully they'll be able to secure some cars for themselves as well, because that would just mean that their rotations will be much more easier to achieve. But other than that, we're seeing some teams here who lie more in the outskirts of specific areas, but similar to what Tiger is doing right now, is that they're keeping themselves secluded against other opponents. But the risk here is they wouldn't be able to get all the necessary stuff that they want, considering it's going to be difficult for them to face other teams if ever, hopefully not, if ever that they will be encountering someone. Hopefully the caster's curse won't happen with what I just said.
Yeah, but what is cursing them is probably teams like ABC and HBNB. Oh wow, 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 wow. Okay, that's really a nice
Your Uber jabber.
somersault. Yeah, I mean the entire team did not get out of the car, so that was a good reflex, probably good driving skills, driver.
Yeah. But oh no, Superb already got one woman down or man down, but it seems like, I don't know, there might be a possibility that they can or rather reach the distances, but it seems like for the case of Superb though, they are giving up the backup here for one of their allies, and hopefully they're not gonna be found out by the side of Dragon, because if Dragon decided to push over, then definitely they'll be eaten alive.
Yeah. Eaten alive. But you know who wants to eat them alive is the team that did not have that gentleman agreement, which I thought. So they are gonna be chased apparently by. You know what's the funny thing? It's that I thought Dragon will not chase because they already have lost one person. I know, yes. But Dragon is the one that is chasing back, and they are the ones on the losing end in a sense of advantage of manpower. They are losing. They have already lost one man, so it's a 3v4 situation. But they are chasing for that team. My God, look at that guy.
Yeah. But also I find it so unfortunate because just now that I noticed that a team of Ace is down to two more people.
Oh man.
I mean, they haven't been able to give themselves like a full stack of a squad, so that's quite unfortunate. But let's see, maybe Ace can still offer something more for their end. But for 102, As far as we may recall from earlier's match, 102 has been able to be one of the teams who has been able to secure some kill points for themselves. If it weren't them being sandwiched between the two teams, well, definitely they could have lasted a bit more longer than what they did from earlier on. Hopefully, they will be able to get a good feat in terms of rotation here. Hopefully, that luck is on their side. We'll see more about that later.
And I wonder what is this team doing all alone down in the south. This is pretty much a safe place to loot. Nobody is home. Maybe because they only have two players. So maybe that's the reason why. They decided to go elsewhere. It's much more safer. Nobody's gonna till gatekeep you or whatsoever, because we all saw where the circle shifted all the way hard on the east. And this team will have all the time in the world. Similarly, to this team over in I can't remember exactly where this is, but this is also nearby to the previous team that is down in the southern part. So this is also a southern part. If they were to rotate and that team decided to cross into the bridge, they might just collide. But it looks like I don't think they will find one another, and they are on their way into the current circle.
But for this specific team, which is the side of Lot Duong, I think they're one of the teams who are falling up behind earlier on, or even the first day. And we are yet to see if they will be able to offer some prowess here, and hopefully they'll be able to climb their way up into our leaderboards. But they're one of the teams who play really, really safe and try to depend on the uh placements. But other than that, it seems like they're quite unfortunate with that, so they're just being rummaged by some of the more powerful teams that we have here.
Yeah. But as the power goes on, teams will still rotate in, and we are looking into a team that is happily situated in Los Leones, and nothing will bother them right now. This is going to loot away a huge compound for one particular squad, so they can have all the time in the world and wait for teams to go and linger into Los Leones. And looking at things, I think, yeah, they will take their time.
Definitely gonna take their time. I mean, Miramar is quite vast, so that would just mean they'll be getting a lot more time for themselves to actually contemplate on where they should go, even contemplate about their lives. Like, is this actually the right area for us to be, or is it the latter? So we are about to see more of that, but on the other hand, for the side of ABC, it seems like they've been able to go for a specific rotation here, which is at the western part of our map, just a little bit more. But hopefully they'll be able to acquire some kill points for themselves, because so far Superb is the only one who has a kill, and only one as well. So really interesting. Well, from what's happening right now, if earlier we have been able to witness a kill or even a squad wipe out in a mere 3 minutes, right now it's already approaching 10-minute mark, but no actions until now.
You're right, because I don't know, because it's Miramar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Miramar. Everybody's gonna take Mori time. Okay, I just tried to word rap myself, to try to rhythm out something with Miramar. Mori time means more time. But yeah, it's just a joke that I understand. Even Mochi, she's like, what she's trying to say? Yeah, because we don't really know what to talk about besides teams are rotating. And I did manage. I'm not sure if Mochi you get to see that there was that gold Mirado being taken by one of the teams. So that definitely says a lot about that team who just came from Hacienda. Hey, look who's in the lobby! It's Rabis.
It is Rabbids. So
no.
Boss VN.
Oh no!
Oh my, it seems like they're gonna make their way up further into the leaderboards. If earlier they're like at the top 5, maybe they can make it into top 3,
I think so,
1?
yeah.
We're not sure. Let's see. Because this might be their catalyst that they are waiting for. Like, he might be the one giving all the shot goals, what they should do, all the strategies that they can play out. That would be pretty awesome for their team, because that would mean that they'll be having an edge against all the other players. We're having high hopes for that.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, the challenge is actually ABC, but for me, it's still gonna be Rebis because he played. Ferrari, I think he was a sub, and he played like he played for that particular team. It's the same team, the Savior, but he wasn't constantly playing like Rabis. Rabis was playing for PMPL. He was playing for Southeast Asia, the Sea Games, and that team won. But there we go. We are seeing a pro player shot without recoil at all, and he might just get this team in his back by all.
Regardless of all the shots that's being committed here by the side of Boss VN, seems like they haven't been able to get anyone down. I mean, there's already someone, but it's from the other side. I guess that's all the recall talking about. It is quite difficult for them to connect those shots, but at least they've been able to deal some damage, would be giving them a lot more time to go and opt for a reset, considering that the other side is doing that as well. Oh no, there's a third party.
Oh my goodness, and I don't think it's going to be a challenge for them at all because this is what Rabis wants, and that's probably the reason why Observer is always showing him. Because not only he's just a pro player, he is the IGL of that team.
Yep.
Bro, and I'm scared.
You're scared for the other teams. Like, dude, did you know what you got yourself into?
Yeah, I mean, like, come on.
This might be hell.
yeah. I mean, it's already bad that you have a pro player. You have the captain of the team. Like, no, I don't want to play.
Oh my. And it astounds me how the other teams cannot like move away, like regardless of how much they want to do that, because they're being chased down. But we're seeing a different stance here for the side of Boxy, and they're trying to disengage and hopefully look for a better place to be at. But Ace M24 just at this specific area, he's left alone, and if ever the kill defaults, oh no, that's so close. That is so close.
Oh no. But the shots are in. Oh my god, that's so close. You're right, Mochi. Wow, what a call.
That is so unfortunate for Ace M24. It seems like the M24 haven't been able to save him a way out of that situation.
It's gonna be a tough battle, at least for them to rotate slowly, and it's not hurting at all for now. But Superb will have to go with I'm not scared first, and we're gonna see if they are really not scared, because this is the time where they will rise to their names. I mean, before this they were contested with a very powerful team, ABC, but now this is the time to shine. I'm not scared. Go.
Yep, it seems like they're not actually scared because they've been able to rummage through Huang An, and that is one member from Superb already down. But we're seeing Rose's attempt to go for the trade here against the rest of the members here for the side of INS. This is quite of a tight position to be at, to say the least. One more shot, and she is dead. Yep, that will be the case. And the rest of our members here from the side of Superb is quite far. I mean, there's one more person remaining here, and he is by the other side of the street. So, yeah, that's a bit bad. And then he might already be spotted on here by Chin.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. They are doing a lot of gatekeeping apparently in Miramar. They are not letting people enter the circle. It's pretty much a different gameplay than Vikendi. But long distance shots here being carried out from ZZ501 already have spotted a few players down the roadside, and he would try to eliminate as much as he can, giving the shots already known exactly the existence as one player here. I'm wondering where is his support in case he gets spotted, and if he does get a knock, I don't think that is something that he wants to be committed to.
I wonder though if this team that we're seeing right now, ZZ501. ZZ501 is one of the teams that we haven't been able to see actually stand up for themselves, because they're one of the teams who lost a lot of their members early on the last match. But now it seems like they're trying to stand up for themselves, going for the shots here onto the side of Lotwang. But Lotwang seems like they don't care that much. They're out of the open though, so that is definitely going to be a struggle, knowing that they're receiving a lot of shots here from ZB501.
Tap, 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 and damage is going to be returned as well. It's not going to look good for that particular player because Lord Drong has already opened up, like what Mochi is saying, and they have manpower advantage. He is the only one there, and they are the only difference is the only the difference is just that they are without a vehicle because it's being destroyed here. So he is able to fish out one by one if he don't overpick, because currently what he's getting is a bash backup. I'm not really sure exactly where he is his teammates. I mean, there is 3 more. Where are you guys?
Where are you indeed? Oh my, it seems like Tam is being bitten back in return. I mean, he's the one giving out the shots here, and now that the other pack of wolves has been able to howl and bark back, well, yep, he doesn't know where to go exactly, considering he's already now out of the blue zone. Definitely gonna be taking some damage from that. But hi Mario, hi Mario will be able to give much more damage from what the blue zone does.
Pretty much. He's trying to tap away, but at the same time, they are tapping back. Bring Tam back down, and I don't know why they are so separated. You can see the yellow dots. This is the team that actually made a very good call, but unfortunately the support wasn't it didn't arrive on time, so it kind of gave that breather for Lord Drong to survive. And the circle, it is heavily concentrated in the area of Lambadida, and we can see 2 teams already making themselves in the center, and this is to Ferrari. Hey, this is a fun fact, Mochi. So we know about Rabis, right? And he is in the current pro team, and he won. So Ferrari is actually a former player from that team. So it's actually nice to know the fact that these 2 will meet up and bash each other up, because Ferrari was from the same team and he's a former player already, so he's no longer in that team. And imagine if he actually meet up with Rabis. But you know what? Sprays are happening here with I'm not scared, but I'm not scared is showing the talents right now. Showing and hitting it right.
Nothing gonna hit it right, but oh my, with the single bullet through the head, he's gonna be put down here. The rest of the team will try to go or follow here and attempt to revive their fallen brother. But other than that, seems like Boss VM is so precise with their shots, and I don't think that INS is aware of what is about to go down, considering that Ravis is definitely trying to prevent them from getting away, but they managed to do so, considering that I guess there's some discrepancies in their positioning.
Yeah. They're just gonna do long distance for now. It's a little bit hard to get confirmed elimination points because of the distance itself, so they're gonna try to rotate somewhere else, making themselves even closer, because you can see the dots are kind of connecting between the light blue and the red. They are very, very close, but they're trying to find that particular spot where they can meet and hit and get the damage at the same time. But at the same time also, circle is not in their favor, so they have to not really be concentrated in the fight. They have to also keep in mind that they still need to cross into the circles. But maybe Rabis, or if he is the IGL of the team, he wants to go for farm. So that's probably the reason why he's right outside the perimeters.
But the gatekeep might be at play here, if that will be the case, because I mean they can easily just rotate around, but that would make them vulnerable too, so that is going to be an additional thing that they have to take into account. But for the side of INS though, let's see if they'll be able to go for the counter here against such of a strong team that we have witnessed how they were able to try and gun them down earlier on. It is just time for them to go for a reset. They have been able to do so. They're just hiding in their own respective rooms. But the moment even just a single pixel has been unveiled there, it would be a problem. Not just a problem, it can be a whole eradication. But oh,
why did he...
What?
Do you see?
Is he lagging or did he disconnected?
He was posing. He was like, I'm gonna pick And that's it. You saw, right? I mean, he was
Yeah.
slanted, and oh my god, that's hilarious. But okay, we had to witness that. If only observer was zooming into. Oh my god, that was so funny. But anyways, he managed to pose for the camera, and got himself extracted out of the map itself. So yep, one elimination point for free for HMV.
HVNB though seems like they got themselves away from that situation. They're just chilling, going for the road trip, able to hopefully go for a good area and earn it for the team. But now, knowing that this is such a slow-paced game, other than that, we're seeing some eliminations already here in our kill feed. There's still 11 more teams living, which is quite nice because that would mean it will be such of an interesting party later on, whenever or if ever that the circle is already closed. But oh, crispy shots from Viet Sun, and he has been able to get one kill point for the team.
And that is really nice coming from them. And they are trying to do a flanking. Again, I'm seeing a different gameplay here. They are playing a little bit on the perimeters for this particular map. It's so different than Vikendi. All of them want to go for farming. It is obvious because you can see a few of these teams not leading domination, having that lead kills. You know, they are all equal, like 3, 4, or 2. But yeah, that's the main intention for a lot of these teams. They don't even want to be in the center when it comes to Miramar, so it's definitely a different kind of gameplay. Though it's going to be quite boring for some of these teams because they can't fight. They have to wait for the last few circles, and then you would see a whole lot of them will crash into one another.
Yeah, that's where everything is going to go down. Like, it's going to be literally an apocalypse that they will be able to inflict to one another. And definitely the survival of the fittest is about to happen here. If it weren't all the blue zones gonna be encapsulating the rest of our inner circle right now, which there is still 1 minute before that even happens. So we are about to see which or what will the teams will do, considering that, oh no, INS and Sus is at the same vicinity.
Yeah, same vicinity. They are sharing the space. Again, listening to one another. Team Sus, they are very sus right now. Very, very sus.
Uh-huh. Very sus, and they're well aware that there is an amogus among them.
Yeah, a lot of the mongoose is here. I'm waiting for to get them into the mousetrap. But it's actually quite a big space for them to go and find one another, unless one of them decide to go into the level 2 of that particular building, and it seems like they won. And it will give Team SAS a time to breathe because they know that a lot of these teams will crash into this compound and they will take the fight a bit later. Because I'm very sure they are taking lead of how many are there still surviving, and it's actually not even half of the lobby. This is actually the majority is still in the lobby. 33 players still alive, so I don't think they want to go into that early engagement until the very end.
As much as they can secure a higher placement, they would do so. But this is such of a problem here for this team. Maybe that is Lotwang, if I may recall correctly. And they are definitely struggling from all of the stuff that they're having right now. They're out of the blue zone, and I believe that's already like a lot of damage already, other than the fact that there are some gunshots firing over them or at their direction. So it is going to be a bad time for them. Even if they try to get out, some eyes are going to be peeled out for the hunt in order to gun them down. But INS, compared from earlier, they've been able to get a bit more courage for themselves. I guess they're not really scared anymore.
Yeah,
Which is
you're not
good.
really scared. Yeah, they have found their own competitors of their same level, and I think this is the part where we can say, "Hey, you can take back your name. I'm not scared." But HVNB already getting the positions, but you know what? INS, probably this guy is the captain of the team because he has the name under his brand. So he's already getting the information in, but ABC finally getting into action and now leading some shots over to another team that is right opposite, and he will try to lock in the target. But right now, just covered in smokes and already a capsized vehicle. But he's still in the circle, so it's pretty much a-okay. Though they gotta be careful because there is a team right beneath them, right beside them, coming into where they are because they heard the sounds. But here we go. These are the mongoose trap, and the mouse will not be hunted because they will be grounded. Just like that. My God.
That fast. And seems like
Yeah.
they've been able to execute a lot of stuff here. And other than that, they're giving themselves some covers. Hopefully, they'll be able to revive one another. But oh, look at the kill feed! Oh my, Dragon and as well as Boss VN seems like they're having a showdown.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're eliminated. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a circle. They waited at the very last bit to fight, and this is usually what will happen because a lot of these teams gotta make their way in the current circle. And at least currently, the stronger teams are still alive right now, and we will definitely see a contention later on, a big fight. Because looking at this right now, ABC has already the grounds to play with, and they have spotted Team Boss, yeah, right beside ABC. Now, this is something I want to watch. It's so exciting. I mean, there's Rebis and Ferrari. I'm like, oh my God, let me see this. I mean, it's it's
Yeah.
like watching rivalries, right? I mean, they were from the same team, so it's definitely something
Mhm.
to be watched on. And all of them, these two teams are in this indie compound, so yeah. I'm gonna see
Yeah,
that
like
later.
even if you say that they're the same blood, it seems
Mhm.
like it's going to be really a thing to look out for, considering that they're in a single team, but now they're actually playing as opponents. Other than that, a lot of shots being leaked here for the side of HBNB. And it's going to be a problem here for one of the members here on the side of Tiger.
Mhm.
And Tiger, I don't think that they'll get a chance to run away from that now that they're already down. And no one is gonna be there to actually heal him up. Yep, he's dead. Definitely dead.
Oh dear God! And there you go. The push is about to happen. HVNB playing a little bit vulnerable. They are not in the circle yet. Now this is going to be trouble for them because how are they going to engage and get into the circle? There's two teams that in front of one another, but Team Boss again being very smart, and they got themselves that vantage point. They can be the conquerors of the current compound and being spotted already. Rabbis, wow,
Ooh.
that's fast. My God.
Definitely fast. Like the moment he lands his eye on a specific person, that
Mhm.
person will just go poof, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very fast executions here from this side of Boss VN. And I wonder if ABC would be able to catch up on that fact, considering that earlier on they've been able to pop off. They are now in the top one of our leaderboards. I
Mhm.
feel like the side of Boss VN want to snatch away that position from them.
Trying to snatch definitely, but I don't think it's as easy because you gotta climb up that particular building that is on top. So even if anybody goes YOLO, I don't think they can survive. Coming into the sixth circle, again, we are seeing the same strat here. 15 players are alive. Earlier on, it was in circle number 8. There was 13 people alive, but rabbits have been
Ooh.
spotted by Two Fly. Oh, but he would probably get the revival. It's okay, no problem. But that was definitely a very, very good attempt coming from Two Fly. Spraying on towards the people from the vantage point, exactly trying to eliminate whatever that comes in their way. But as of now, look into the YOLO that is being driven by HVNB coming into the compound, trying to snatch it away, cooking a grenade. Looking at that, I think he's ready, but the shots came in first, and yes, he will go down. The support did not come in on time. To Fly getting the damage, but no, it's not gonna happen for HVNB.
He definitely came like an eagle how would get and kidnap a snake. That is so smooth. And now the other members here on the side of ABC cannot do anything but to receive all those blows. But HVNB seems like Jetson's been able to spot a couple of members. And now with Fly, he's gonna fly away, gonna yeet himself out of that area. And hopefully he will be able to still get someone, regardless of all of his teammates already been put down.
Oh my
On the other end, they're just chilling. Oh no! Oh, they're not.
They're not chilling. They are still trying to take something out of the box here. But ABC, being eliminated by Team boss. Oh, now they are really showing who is boss here. Ferrari did not stand a chance to that. But look at the open areas that is being played, and we are seeing right now being displayed here by Team Boss Vietnam. Cooking a grenade, they definitely want the chicken dinner in the bag. And Team I'm Not Scared is currently in trouble. They don't have the vantage point, and this is not going to look good for them because you got only 3 teams alive. And the circle is getting more and more painful, and they have been spotted. There's no chance of entry.
No chance of entry, but Boss VN is raining upon them. This is their fort, this is their empire, and it is still standing strong. The rest are falling, and that is going to be the chance for them to conquer all of the other teams that is on their end or their surroundings, to say the least. But so far, they're already down to 2 more people here in each team. But Boss VN is still standing strong. Little by little, they're narrowing down the numbers. HBVN tried to go for the run, but very unsuccessful. Oh my, that's so risky.
Oh my god, look at how they are spraying, man. It's like dominoes, one by one is falling down. No chance to stay alive, and they know that they can't escape and win a winner chicken dinner again. This is coming from Team Boss Vietnam, showing them who is boss.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
Like from what we were anticipating from earlier on, I am not surprised how that turned out. I mean, you've already been able to see that ABC is laying low. I mean, not entirely laying low, but they're less aggressive from what you have seen from the first match. And now the side of Boss VN, man, like the conquerors that they are, they've been able to get the chicken dinner and get a lot of kills. Awesome.
Yeah, and we're gonna see more of that because I'm sure Team ABC is not happy with Team Boss, and they will come back with each other after the break, and we will witness another round of another map, and we'll see you right after this.
Tapi kalau first dan itu kalau nggak salah itu pro player game lawan terjadi peperangan di sini ya. Nemo nampaknya sudah mulai terjadi pertarungan antara 3 versus 1. Apakah akan terjadi clutch? Wow! Wow, berani banget guys. Wow, berani banget guys. 3 versus 1, sekarang 2 untuk 1. Wah, sayang sekali. Kayaknya kelewat. Ayo guys, keluar di mana guys? Komen guys, siapa yang bakalan menang? Betul, ini cukup dading dosen. Dipus aja di sana langsung. Wow! Itu Moncong Lele udah maju, Bang Riz masih menjaga porsi. Lagi di jembatan. Bang Wei mencoba. Kelihatan naik jembatan langsung aja di kan temboknya tinggi gitu. Betul. Wow, TNS. Sudah ngerantai lagi, bro. Ngepus. Wah, sayang. Backupnya nggak terlalu bagus sih tadi. Wah, dia udah dulu maksudnya karena mengganggu ya. Tersisa kacang 3 nampaknya. Udah mulai di-push. Harus terbuka juga. Mereka nampaknya bertemu dengan tim Platinum. Betul itu. Ini nih, baru aja ngomongin sniper nih. Bang Cepot pakai sniper. Oke guys, tim bajak laut mengeras. Dia nampaknya tidak mau. Lihat. Dari tim bajak laut. Wow! Bajak. Bang Sukidin masih mencoba ngebom. Bang Rix. Apakah Bang Rix akan kena bom? Wow! Nyaris saja Bang Rix terfinish dia di sana, tapi nampaknya
What you holding back? I think I saw you with another. although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. I thought you would see me crying, would you? No, don't have to clarify my worth. I think I saw you with another. I think I saw your hand slipping down. That look, that face smiling back at you is why you always wanna be around her, Now I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I've come to terms over you, and although it hurts, there's nothing I wouldn't do. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. But I am outplayed, but I don't mind, no, that I got outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade, yeah. But I don't mind, no, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade, outplayed, but I don't mind, no, outplayed, 'cause I'ma need an upgrade. I finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. The joy you give me every day makes me forget that I was troubled before. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I know I can be safe with you. You want me now, I know you do. I know you're being patient and I love you for that. You show me how to dare to love, so tell me what you're thinking of, 'cause I won't be afraid, not holding anything back. Don't know if I'm dreaming, I'm slipping away. I hear your sweet voice, then I see your face. I never knew you could love someone like me. You climbed my tower and you set me free. I never know felt like this before. I never know felt the love like this. I never know felt like this before. I never felt the so great, standing, talking. You got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, also that you can get to be the big spoon. Cut on me blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in.
Yeah, I know, right, Mochi? I mean, it is already shown the fact that not only the players are just streamers, they can play professionally too. I mean, this is what happens when you play too much classics and then you go for professional scrims and all that. So it really says a lot about Vietnam. And after we witnessed yesterday Indonesia, so I'm really beginning to question myself what is going to happen in the regional later on. Okay. All right. So let's go and take a look into match standings. It's still the same, you know, that if you can see the total points, we got 16, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11, 10, 10, 9, 9. So it's almost the same like what happened in the first map. So I don't think there's any disturbance in
Yeah,
the
but
set. Yeah.
maybe in terms of totality, we're about to find out. Because now, oh, it's a tie!
Oh, wow.
Very interesting. Tie up
I'm
the
shocked.
95 points here between the teams of ABC and HVNB.
Mhm.
And quite a big difference here for the rest of the team. So I guess these two teams, it's
Uh-huh.
up to them on how they'll be able to keep their spot or advance against each other.
You're right. I mean, looking into ABC and HVNB kill points, I'm actually quite surprised the fact that HVNB is getting more by actually 2 points than ABC, because ABC, we know ourselves that there is a pro player in there, so it's obvious the fact that they can do more eliminations. But HVNB, I think this is really a smart gameplay. And knowing that there is a lady player inside, remember one of the ladies, she herself is like an eliminator, terminator herself. She can get like over 5 elimination points in the bag.
Yeah, very, very aggressive, and she has been able to put up a good fight against the other teams, to say the least, which is very, very mesmerizing. And I wonder what's about to go down for our third map. This is going to be in a very familiar land of Erangel, so that would just mean that they've gotten their warm ups in some of the difficult or more difficult maps, which is Miramar and Vikendi, but this time I guess it's going to be an easy breeze for the rest of the teams.
Yep, easy breezy, maybe.
Maybe.
Really depends on where the circle might head onto. But if it does go into the islands of Noska, so it's something quite unique. Though there might be a whole lot of gatekeeps, but let's not jinx that. Like, the caster's curse, giving
Yeah.
them maybe a quite easy circle somewhere in Pochinki. Though it's been a while since I've seen compound fights, so surprise us.
Always out in the open. If it's not out in the open, like yesterday, which is really interesting, is that they're out in the waters. Like they try their hardest to go into the other land, but before they even do so, everyone's already been sinking into the ocean because they're already dead. So hopefully that would be the case in this time, and hopefully that they will be able to get say the favorable situation for them, because we won't want what happened yesterday to happen to them too. And let's see, hopefully that the god of luck is on their side.
Yeah. Talking about God of Luck, I really don't know where this plane is gonna head on to, but it seems like the flight route starts on Sofnoska and it will finish off into the areas of Zarki and shooting range. Pretty much A-okay. I don't see any problem with this flight route. But yeah, teams are going to head down already, and it seems like a few teams are heading towards the areas of Novorapnoye and Sofnoska and probably Milta.
And only one team decided to actually separate, or rather like three of them decided to separate from the herd, and this would be giving them better placement, giving them a lot more chance to get a specific territory for themselves, maybe a prolonged time of looting too, so that will definitely be in their favor. But on the other hand, it seems like there's about to be a party here at the subs nose club with already one being eliminated here by the side of I and Esor. I'm not scared. That quick, the moment they got their guns, they've been able to go up for the fight.
Yeah. The war has already begun apparently in Sofnoska. I mean, some teams are still landing. They are still gliding into their respective areas, and it seems that ABC has taken in the areas of Pochinki. Again, we already know the fact that Sofnoska is overpopulated. There is 4 teams right now in Sofnoska. I don't know why. Probably they want an early contention. They don't want to wait for the late game, and they're gonna fight for the area and whatever loots that is left, because it's Sovnoska, to what I know, for 4 teams it's not enough of the loot, and he happened to be stuck. Oh my god. And lucky he decided to spray on or tap onto the very last moment. If he kind of tapped quite early, that might just be a first elimination point in the bag.
Definitely lucky, but someone else is not, because INS managed to go for a couple of kills already this early, and we have seen earlier on that they're part of the top 5, top 3 to be exact, and it seems like they're well pumped up enough that they can catch up with a couple of teams who are reigning right now, which is ABC and as well as HVNB. And hopefully, if that will be the case, this is going to be such of a spicy matchup.
Spicy matchup indeed. They're just gonna use whatever they have. We are seeing VSS being utilized here by Team I'm Not Scared. Again, this is not a good place for teams to be. They have to, scavenge whatever they can. That's the reason why you are seeing that Mar here. He is equipped only with a Bison and a shotgun earlier. Now he has swapped that with a Scar L. And it's still not sufficient for these teams to fight at all because it's not enough. And yeah, already Bison being utilized here and hitting Tem, so no more. I don't think there will be any revival. It's such an open space, very vulnerable for anybody to come close, but it is a good start for I'm Not Scared, and that's giving them a good heads up, the fact that they landed here quite early and they managed to get the weaponry first, so they're gonna go all out.
Definitely gonna go all out, but I wonder if they can still go for the counter here compared to Lot Wang. Lot Wang is a good feat here. They're all compiled, clean. But INS, it seems like they're waiting for anyone who will be passing through this corridor. And if that would be the case, then definitely they'll be able to secure more kills for themselves. It seems like they're preying up upon here. Lot Wang, seems that they're just gonna be looting all the rest of the stuff that they can get for themselves, but you'll be able to spot someone here going for the surprise attack, and yep, he's gonna be put down.
Yep, immediately back to the lobby. No chance of entry, no chance of survival. And look into I'm Not Scared. They are really not scared. Yep. You can see that now. Ooh. And the entire team wiped out back in the lobby, and they got themselves 8 elimination points for 4 minutes in the game. That's amazing.
Definitely amazing. Seems like we have already a couple of teams eliminated here, which is Ace and Lot Wang. I mean, a couple of them landed in Sovsnovska after all. So, yep, bye-bye. 2 remaining teams here at this area, and it's ZZ501, but 2 more people remaining in your team the moment that you encounter INS. I don't think that's going to be a good thing. It's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, it's not, and he has to go passive, unfortunately. Again, I'm not sure about the fate of that yellow team. I mean, they were not lucky ever since Vikendi, and now I think it's coming again in a 360 cycle. A very bad deja vu. I wouldn't want to have this deja vu if I were them even, but apparently they are somewhat having this curse for now.
Definitely gonna have that curse. But for INS, it is a blessing because they've been able to accumulate 8 points already, which is such an astounding thing for them. And since they'll be able to set themselves up for the top 3, if that would be the case, and if ever they'll be consistent throughout their whole run, considering that they already got their catalyst on their side, definitely it would be such a close matchup against HVMB and as well as ABC. But other than that, for the end of the other 2 reigning teams, they're just chilling, just looting, getting themselves ready for the upcoming war. But other than that, no other signs of existence in this area.
Yeah. They're just going to loot away and have the gentleman agreement. Again, I think this would be a similar gameplay with Miramar because Erangel is almost the same size as Miramar. Then they would do the same kind of meta probably. Not the same like what we saw in Vikendi earlier, but yep, this is that team. Unluckily, CZ501. Wow, but she has a very beautiful face. Done you. So go and catch her POV, guys. She's live right now.
Yep. Oh yeah, all of our streamers here, all of the Facebook partners here in this lobby is currently live. So if you're interested with their respective perspectives, if you're interested in taking down notes from our pro players that in the lobby as well, you can go visit their respective streams and their respective pages so that you can wave them hi, and hopefully that gives them a boost during their game.
Yeah, I want to know if they do feel happy in the fact that, it's something that we want to see where supporters come in to support, because this is what they do for life. Most of them, I mean, some of them will have any other ad hoc jobs, but streamers wise, This is the part where you're gonna see how they are going to unleash their skills, because they are not pro players, but they play classics a lot, and most of them, the way that they are playing right now and the cash in that they have, I think most of them actually streams PUBG Mobile. But you know what, over in
Mm-hmm.
Ovo already have one casualty. Again, it's by the team I'm Not Scared, already getting 9 elimination points, Mochi.
Man, they're just mowing over the other teams as if it is grass. But now they're receiving some shots here onto the latter side, and we believe that is from the side of ZZ501. But they're gonna yeet themselves out of there. They're gonna go and relocate to a safer place so that they'll be able to give themselves a reset and, of course, get a better, shorter distance along with the other allies. But now, for tiger, dragon, I mean these animals, team animals to say the least, they're just
Yeah.
chilling. I mean, earlier they're always being hunted by the slayers, hunters, and haven't even go for a retaliation to say the least. And I wonder if they can do that this time around, considering that they're on a much more familiar ground, and hopefully that will promote a lot more comfortability for them.
Yeah, I'm sure that this is what exactly they want, at least coming from this Naya. It's a good place to load, and having a bit of that gentleman agreement, not
Mm-hmm.
pushing each other, no problem. Again, this is giving advantage for HVNB, who don't have at all, not a single one of them is actually a pro player. So this is actually
Mm-hmm.
quite good. The fact that they are showing that this is their skill. So classic gameplay is actually a good training platform too, because you know there is an
Yep.
argument somewhere people will say, ah, you just play classic, I play screams. But no, actually both of them serve the same purpose. And if you are a streamer and you stream classics, this is how good they can get in fact, of course, in Facebook gaming platform, because you know people, when people watch us and there's a lot of viewers, we want to get better and better each day. And this is a classic
Yeah.
example of a team, HVNB, only with 2 emulator players, and the 2 of them are just a normal streamer. So it says a lot. And you know what, the mean gamer, the lady who is actually giving a lot of elimination points, she's
Mm-hmm.
on mobile, she's not on emulator. Yeah, I
Oh.
know, right, babe? It's so crazy. I mean, wow.
Very, very crazy. Very, very skilled as well. I
I
mean,
know.
that is so nice because they can follow up with the other teams that have pro players in them. So that leaves a huge statement, to say the least, especially if ever they will be going further and try to rise up back in our leaderboards. Then the league that can leave a thing or two against the other teams. But by the kill feed, seems like I'm Not Scared has been able to get someone down, which is Han Dong-yu.
Mhm.
And he is from the team of ZZ501. They're down to one more member remaining, and I wonder if this lone member would still be able to do something else. But Boss Viendo, very, very on the lookout here for any people who's gonna come from the other side.
Aha, you're gonna do a little bit of the gatekeep, but I don't know if it's worth it, because it's
I don't think so.
yeah, it's gonna be quite far. Right now it's only 300 meters, so it's okay. But if they keep waiting, and it might get gradually more and more, and we can see that it's really pulling towards the left side of Erangel. So again, the team that has somewhat be very comfortable with is actually ABC, because they landed in Pochinki, and currently the circle is in their favor. So people all the way on the eastern side, they have to come in over on the east circle, and if a team that reaches first, they can do a proper gatekeep and they can farm if they want to. But we can see a few teams, again, they are playing by the blues, so it's almost the same style in Miramar.
A lot of adjustments that has to be partaken in here by a lot of our teams in this lobby. But other than that, it seems like I'm Not Scared has already been able to go for their next move. They try to rotate into our inner circle, share a good part of it for themselves, would definitely give them the advantage too, because most of our teams right now are late are gonna rotate late. So if that would be the case, I am looking forward to what the side of what do you call this? HVNB is gonna do, as well as ABC, because or rather Boss VN, I'm sorry, because they're at the outskirts, they're at the bridge trying to gatekeep, but no one's actually coming for them. So if ever that they'll be rotating late, there is a high chance that they'll be able to encounter the rest of the teams who are trying to rotate a bit more early in them. So they can rummage through, or would they be at a disadvantage considering they're the ones that are on the outer side of the perimeter?
Wow. He is showing his jiggle.
Yep.
He didn't
The
have to
jiggle.
do that. That was unnecessary. But I think this is like a habit that players would have. Bro, you know what, sis? I think
even when looting, right?
Yeah, the way
as much as possible, you move.
And the way he is moving, I think he's so used to with his gyro and ADS. This is at least about 300. It's so fast that I don't know. I think this particular streamer, which is Devil Jong, he is a PUBG streamer 100% because the way he plays, it's like almost replicating a pro player. So fast, but wow, Ferrari! Oh my goodness!
Man, this dude is so crazy. Been able to connect a single shot towards that team. And he's down. There's already a chance for them to actually push them through here. This side, D2G, or the team of Dragon, is now cramped up into this specific apartment. They're at a single room, and this is going to be hopefully an advantage for them if ever that the side of ABC wanted to close them out. But other than that, it is definitely currently a disadvantage considering that they're throwing all the types of grenades that they can go for in order to set them apart or at least break their positioning.
Tanking that damage a bit. Oh, one already knocked. I think they're gonna do a push right after this. Again, this is two teams. I mean, it's a team being separated, getting a little bit of the damage, and he gets knocked. Oh my god, this is unexpected. It's only left with Ferrari. Is he able to do a clutch? I don't know, because the damage that he's dealing with, he is already. Oh my god, he just clutched. Oh wait.
The dude's crazy, man. Ferrari can even tank up into one whole squad and won't get any problem about doing that. Like, oh, okay, they're up on us. I'm the last one standing. Okay, it's fine. I can go for the comeback, guys. Don't worry. As simple as that.
Yeah, but that's crazy. And now getting a... Man, I don't know what to say, but anyways, let's look into this fight right now. Oh, 1-0-0-2. Getting that done here. Bay will bait one person out. Now it's only left with Mafia, but he goes down, and now we are left with Bay and C. So he has to go and find out exactly where I'm Not Scared is. Getting a third party contested. Yeah, he goes down by the sides of that wall. Now, this is really a good timing for I'm Not Scared. They became a third party at the right timing, and this is going to stop the gameplay for Team Bay here. They wanted to come in to crash, but guess what? There's visitors right outside, so they cannot proceed with the fight.
Yep, not gonna be proceeding to the fight considering of all of the odds that they are faced up against. And definitely gonna be a problem for the team that's been sandwiched. Right now they're down to two more remaining teams here, which is going to be the side of INS. And he's more already out of the question. But also we're seeing this other team, which is Boss VN. This is an early showdown between the top two teams that we have right now. We're also having a third party that's coming up. It is from the team of Sus, but now they're trying to close up the distance here, and hopefully they will be able to get some share of what is currently happening right now.
Yeah, cooking that grenade, tossing in the smokes a little bit, and gonna confuse the player. Oh, but I really like the fact that he actually posted this display picture, because in such contests, you can see happiness somewhere. Did they have this photo shoot at the same place because it's behind the sea? Did you even happen to see the other member? What was it?
Yeah, seems like deja vu to say the least. But this time though, both of the sides are trying to go for the counter. I mean, They're facing one another head on, but Iron Edge is being dominated by the other side of the counterpart as well. But immediately, right after I've been able to say that, yep, it is the opposite. Iron Edge has been able to survive the whole ordeal, and they've gotten the whole compound for themselves. Yeah, hey for them, but someone's gonna be running away. Oh no, you're already alone here, Vegas. And I hope that you will be able to even place a top 5 in our leaderboards.
Yeah, leaderboards indeed for them. They don't know. They know exactly what needs to be done and execute it very well. So this is gonna proceed looking into Vigos. Yeah, he did not really get a very good start for Team Stars, but probably right now it's a clearance for him to come into the circle. And we are only the third circle, by the way, guys. It's not the last few circles. It's really a difference with Miramar, because in Miramar, when there was only like about 19 to 17 players, we were already in the sixth circle. Right now it's the third circle and already 19 players remaining. So pretty much they are kind of like, they met one another coming into the rotation, and they will not let each other out of the side. So they kind of find one another throughout. And that's probably the main difference right now, looking into previous match and in Erangel, because it's very early and a lot of them is already back in the lobby.
Yep. We have 7 more teams remaining. It's just 20 minutes into the game. But now that they've been able to get their specific areas for themselves within the circle even, then I think there's going to be, maybe there is a good amount of time that maybe we'll just wait for the circle to actually be a bit more smaller before more action actually happens. But with how of the rest of the aggressive teams are still living, like HVND, INS, ABC as well, I doubt that that's going to be the case. But we do have some 3 teams here with 1 representative each living. Hopefully they'll be able to get something in return, and HBMD has been able to get themselves this drop.
Oh, that gun, MG3. Everybody wants that gun. It's a really good gun to just drill onto anybody, because you will get an advantage. Yeah, the damage is super high. With one shot in the body, you can get a knock. So another, if you get a shot on the head, you get eliminated straight. So that's how painful it is. The damage is so good, and of course this gun don't have a recoil at all when you know how to use it. So it uses the 7.62. It's already with the greatest damage, but oh my god, look at the fate of Vigos. I feel so sad for Team SAS, man. Oh my god.
SAS. Oh my. It seems like they're being dominated by a bunch of imposters here. INS. INS is just around the corner here, and it seems like there's already a lot of shots that's being accepted and connected onto Vegas, and they're not gonna get anything.
Oh my god.
That.
Mochi, look at the elimination points. That's half of the lobby.
Yeah, they've got 20 points already.
What?
They don't want to give up their position, to say the least. And that is very evident from what we are seeing right now. But once again, I'm not surprised.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous! I cannot brain this. Help me. This is crazy. I mean, yesterday we didn't see this much dominance. I mean, we did see something coming into 19, but it was already the last circle, Now it's only the 4th circle, and there's still 18 people alive. They still can fit on. Like, bro, get me out of this game. I don't want to cause anymore. It's too much.
They can get more, yeah. I mean, hopefully that they will be able to nerf INS. Not the guns, not any other stuff or utilities that they're using. Nerf the players, because, man, they're very, very crazy. All the skills, very precise. The aggression on point. They're the type of players that you wouldn't want to be in a rank with, because other than how aggressive they are, they act fast, and they're very, very methodical in terms of their placements and how they were able to rotate into a specific position to another.
It's scary the fact that this is happening right now. I mean, my God, I'm like, okay, I'm not scared. You were trolling before this, so right now, this is really what they are made of. 20 elimination points, guys. So, they definitely have the bragging rights. Whatever, what is pro players to them? It's like I don't care. I don't have pro players. I have 20 eliminations.
Well, we're on to the results, not the name or the what
Yeah.
they've been known for. And they're proving that right. I mean, yes, you can say that you guys have your pro players, but
Mhm.
as a team, how they operate is just pretty similar to how a pro play how a pro team does, which
Mhm.
is very very awesome. Now INS has actually a really good position here because they're up here in the hill, going for the upper ground advantage. There's
Mhm.
going to be a problem for ABC if ever that the circle decided to disintegrate into an area that is not within their reach. For the side of INS, however, it would be pretty easy for them to go for a rotation because they're up in the hills and they can easily take over whenever they need that.
True. Just doing a little bit of the tappings here coming from INS. So already have spotted Team ABC. So this is going to be a good fight because INS, they definitely already got that confidence, 20 elimination points. So they're going to go for more. And now coming into the fourth circle. The circle seems to be in a very good place for any combats to take fight over in the areas of Getka. Although it's in the open, it's going to be a fast elimination, I would say, because teams have to come in. The only compound that is being held down is currently ABC and also HVNB. So, but that's not going to be for long because HVNB already is in outside of the circle. So, only compounds that can be taken over is ABCs. Anybody were to crash in right now, I'm not scared. It's tapping them away, but nothing's going to shake them at all because no bullets is coming in. So they're not going to tank any damage. That's the reason why we are seeing two fly here. Don't even bother at all to look behind.
Don't even bother. But I wonder if these players from ABC would be bothered at all by INS because INS it seems like they're trying to go somewhere. But the thing here is, if there would be any other team who will try to go for the early rotation in our inner circle, it will be a problem because that will mean that they'll make themselves vulnerable for the rest of the other teams. But now, some gunshots are being leaked here on the side of HV and B and as well as Superb. So these two teams, I guess, is it Superb? Okay, it's the other team, but that would be the case, they'll be able to go for the early commitments and they can actually narrow down the rest of the people still surviving up to this date.
Yep, they are still surviving by the outskirts, eating it a little bit. I would say it's a bit painful, but it's fine because they have all the time in the world to come in, and nobody has spotted them. It's only 17 players, so it's pretty much okay. It's just about time for them to crash into exactly where the next circle might be because we can see the terrains here is really good for the teams because they don't have to do any contest at all. They have that space to play in, the leverage that they have. So it's pretty much a-okay until the next circle comes in.
A lot of stuff is about to go down here. I mean, we still have one more representative for the side of 102, but I wonder if he can get something out of this, out of all of the teams who are still living right now. And not just any other teams, these are the teams who've been able to prove themselves worthy. A lot of shots being put out here by the side of HVNB. They're trying to follow up into that vehicle, and they are now well aware of where they are. Other than that, they're receiving some counter shots as well. So they really have to be careful because they're leaking a lot of information. And other than that, yep, their hell is already down.
Oh my god, now there we go. We're about to crash in very close to one another, neck on neck, breathing right beside each other. All they are surviving is with that smoke. And look at this team, ABC again, getting that compound, taking advantage of whatever they can. They have walls to play with, so coverage is no problem as compared to teams that have to crash in later on. So even though it's a vantage point, HV and B will focus the fight here first and getting one in the bag, and they're pushing together. Really nice work here. And it will take time for them to just spot one another out. They will settle this fight and move down into ABC.
Oh my. That's so crazy. A lot of shots. They're really putting it out there, all of the necessary things that they think will give them only the advantage they deserve. INS keeping their eyes peeled. The EU guy gonna be shouting or will be connecting a lot of shots here from the counterpart HV and B. But there is going to be that third party, which is going to be a problem for them to say the least. And other than that, a single team is still at the middle of the circle, and that is ABC. They're very, very lucky.
Very lucky indeed, because it is not going to look good here right now. They are going to try to push in, but I think HV and B, yep, there you go. We know that they want this. They want to take the front out. They can fight, but now the next fight will prove whether they are worthy to be standing against ABC.
Are they really worthy though? Because Ram Superb seems like they're well aware that someone is right up in their alley. It's a trilogy positioning between the three teams. INS might actually be still confident enough that they can go for the counter, but their position is quite a bit awkward, to say the least. Like, it is not an ideal position to be at because they'll be cornered and they're even far, far outside the circle. And yep, INS. Oh my, they're already out. Now it's
Oh
all
dear.
down to the last two teams, which is ABC and Superb.
My god, but I think this is going to be quite easy, because you know why? Because ABC needs to go into the circle, and it
Yep.
looks like the other team, they will try to play passive. They will have a prop to cover themselves. And we're looking into 3v2 situation. They know exactly where the players are. All they got to do is push and do that smoke around it, and we can see the fact that the car is coming in. Two Fly is really taking the first counter combat, close combat, and yep, there you go. It's gonna be an
Oh.
easy peasy for Two Ferrari.
And as much as possible, they're reaching out the distances here, and they're quite confident enough that they can shut the rest of the members here for the side of Superb. Double me, baby. Still going for the contemplation here, but yep, not enough. The 1v2, ABC will still be able to secure the chicken dinner for themselves. What an awesome match and a good shift in terms of our teams who has been able to go and prop up themselves on the top of the leaderboards.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Mochi. That was something we want to see, and it's still gonna be the domination for Team ABC. Though the highlight, or I would say, for this round is that MVP team, INS. They are really showing that they are not
Yeah.
scared and getting a whole lot of elimination points.
A whole lot of elimination points, and also a team who has been able to stand tall, which is ABC, who is very, very close, not quite close, very, very close with the other side. And I wonder what they are feeling right now, because it seems like from how they are executing from the last three matches that we have, they're very, very confident in what they're doing. They're well aware of how they've got an edge against all the other teams. And I wonder what the rest of the teams think, knowing that they're falling behind.
Yep, I really wait for that particular thing to happen. But of course, we want to see what is the overall standings right now, because a lot of things have changed. We know that HVNB had a draw before this with ABC, but it's going to give extra points, or I would say it's going to be a booster for I'm Not
Mhm.
Scared. I'm Not Scared will just get whatever points that they got earlier with the elimination points. They're going to be getting themselves very close to the two teams that is right on top.
Yep, I guess we're about to find out just in a bit. But
Mhm.
I wonder if there would be like a specific chance for these uh players from top five and lower to actually go up, because it's just a third match out of 10, right? So there
Mhm.
is a high possibility that there is still a chance for them to get back up. We are not carrying over the majority of the rounds, and hopefully that we'll be able to see more of that. Hopefully they can go for VOD reviews, try and practice after this. Like, you know what, man, we could have done better. Maybe go for the micro adjustments here, or even macro adjustments. Go as far as planning ahead of where their route should be. I mean, it gives the ball the necessary change, because if that would be the case, facing up against a pro team, it would leave a really great statement. Other than that, though, here is the standings.
I don't know. What am I looking at? Because why is it 3 elimination points? I thought it's 21. Right?
Maybe
I'm
it's
not
not
scared.
just updated.
Yeah,
But,
maybe.
yeah, maybe it's not just updated. But in terms of placement points, they're right. I mean, ABC, we've been able to go and win that. And I guess we're gonna see more of that for the totality of the tally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite lost because I'm like, eh? But we're gonna see on the overall standings. Of course, we won't tabulate the wrong points. Don't worry, guys. At the end of the day, it's all about, we have to give, Facebook will give the amount to the right teams on how they have been performing. So we're gonna see the overall standings. But yes, ABC winning that chicken dinner, bringing that 15 placement points, and I don't think they have just 1 kill points. They have more than that.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Now this is right. Okay, so with leading boards and ABC still giving or taking a lot of points, leading. But it's not too much, because they still can get more points. There's still matches. We are only on the 6th match. We still got 3 more matches tomorrow, right, Mochi?
Yes, and we're having the 7 to 9 tomorrow. So this time with ABC rating over 118, Adrian V and Ian S can definitely catch up to that. For top 4 to 12, yes. Or rather, from top 4 to 6, yes, it is possible, but we can say it is quite adequate and a bit difficult. But the rest, man, I don't think. I mean, if it is possible, they really have to clear up the whole lobby if that would be the case, and they want to still climb back up. Man, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, it will be difficult, because if they decide to, do a little bit of that homework, and then they realize that, okay, so this is how they play, this is where they stop, it might change a little bit. But then again, it's a very good gameplay being displayed today from Vietnam. A lot of challenging, a bit of tacticality, mind games. We did see a different kind of style, how we saw yesterday's Indonesia play and today Vietnam. So yeah, it's really admirable. But anyways, you know what? Thank you for being with us, because we still got a lot more games for you guys, but not today. We save that for tomorrow and a few days after this, and we see other regions. But still, we are going to be your casters, so hopefully you can join us tomorrow, right, Mochi?
Yes, definitely. So, of course, if you're interested, be sure to follow us on our socials, fb.gg/mochikids.uwu for me. And we also have fb.gg/sisjenny, right?
Yeah, for sure, Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all we have for today. We're gonna wrap it up. See you guys tomorrow. Same page, same channel, same casters, and same viewers. Okay, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care. joke.